It's the sexiest night on television, the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Victoria's Secret saying goodbye to its angels. The company is making a major shift as it begins to rebrand, aiming to be more inclusive with women. The company is bringing on board soccer star Megan Rapinoe, actress Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and some others. NewsNation correspondent Janelle Fort joins us live tonight in Atlanta with the new message that the company is trying to send out. Janelle.
Well, Marnie, Victoria's Secret has been struggling for a while now, and a lot of the criticism it's received is that this is a women's lingerie brand, but much of its merchandise is tailored to what men want. So this rebrand aims at catering to the ladies.
You can bid farewell to the Victoria's Secret Angels and the annual fashion showcase of those big signature wings and bedazzled underwear. The lingerie powerhouse now has its eyes set on redefining what it means to be sexy, starting by swapping out its angel supermodels for 7 activists. Among them, soccer superstar Megan Rapinoe, body advocate Paloma Alcesser, and transgender model Valentina Sampaio.
The brand is doing something that is long overdue.
The LingerieAddict.com editor-in-chief Cora Harrington says the company has come under scrutiny in recent years for its advertising efforts focused on attracting the male gaze.
What they were doing was very exclusionary. It was very alienating.
The new faces make up the VS Collective, which is, quote, designed to help shape the future of the company.
I've read a number of comments on social media saying the angels aren't the problem, finding a bra that fits it.
Right. One of the things Victoria's Secret needs to do, I think, if they want to be serious about this rebrand, is expand their size range. It doesn't matter who they have as the spokesperson, the spokesmodel. It doesn't matter how many podcasts they do, how many cancer initiatives they support. Those are all nice things. They're great. But if people can't fit into the product, if people can't wear the bras, if they can't wear what you sell, then it doesn't matter how many other initiatives you do.
There's a lot of these startup brands that basically position themselves as we're not Victoria's Secret. That they didn't have a value proposition of why should you buy us, anything other than we're not Victoria's Secret. And we stand for authenticity, women's issues, etc.
From 2015 to last year, Victoria's Secret lost more than 10% of its share of the U.S. underwear market. With new ambassadors and a new executive team in place, the brand hopes it can turn things around.
And Marnie, we'll have to wait and see if this rebranding actually works.
Well, a lot of companies looking to appeal to a much broader audience. Janelle, how does this impact the product moving forward? And are you hearing, will they be adding anything to their clothing line to adjust?
Well, some of the ambassadors are designing some new lines. Those should come early next year. And then they're also talking about expanding sizes and then also doing some more inclusive items. They're talking about adding a number of items to their bras lines, including nursing bras, maternity bras, and mastectomy bras. Marnie?
Even underwear needs an update. Janelle, thank you.